Yes, well, this afternoon we are thrilled to welcome a familiar face and fangs back to the QCA,
Yes.
best known as Eddie Munster from the classic TV show The Munsters. Butch Patrick has become something of a hometown legend in Geneseo, Illinois.
Yes, and after helping make Geneseo's Spook the Loop a smash hit 2 years running, Butch Patrick is back in town once again. But this time, he is here to help pave the way for a greener future. Butch Patrick and local artist Sheila Wygant McGee are joining us right now. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So Sheila, we have to start out. How did you get connected with Butch?
Well, I'm on the Geneseo Chamber of Commerce, and I'm on the Promote Committee.
Okay.
And we were trying to figure out ways to bring tourism to Geneseo.
Sure.
And I thought we got a lot of places to celebrate their history.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of history, and he's part of our history in Geneseo, and I thought, well, I'll see if I can reach out and get a hold of him.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
and here he is.
Yeah. Yes. And now we got him.
Yes.
QCL.
This is great.
Can't get rid of me.
Yeah, we love it. We
Yes,
love it.
we love it.
So you were telling us a little bit of your connection to Geneseo before we started the show.
Yeah.
But if you would, just share with everybody that's watching today, you know, how meaningful the community is to you and how you ended up there.
Well, living in Geneseo as a young child, I was in the 5th grade. My grandmother actually grew up there as a little girl, and when she left California to move away, I went with her and spent the 5th grade going to school there, and I just really enjoyed it. Great memories, and whenever I crisscross the country, I always try to come back and visit. But when they reached out to me after the car show situation, because I do have a Munster coach and I have a Dragula, and I thought, well, this is great. I get to go home and visit. And one thing led to another, and it's just always nice to reconnect. And I guess I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have as a kid, but now when I come back, it's just, it's such a clean city. We're going to even try to make it a little cleaner with some solar.
Yes. Yeah, Geneseo is certainly a great place. And so actually when you were living in Geneseo, that's when you got the call to be Eddie Munster.
Exactly. They, my agent had called me and said they hired a kid for this series, but they want to recast it, and she convinced them. She convinced them to fly me out. Exactly.
Wow.
Sometimes it's just happenstance in Hollywood, and for me, it was lucky for me and Yvonne DiCarlo because we were the last 2 additions to the show, and I left Geneseo, and by the time I was done, my grandmother had moved on to Missouri, and so that was my only really brief stint in the city.
Wow, that is, what a cool story. And we actually do have a clip from the show, so let's play that. Take a look.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Bye, son.
Now I can go to school and tell all the guys that I don't have to move and that I can be the captain of the school baseball team. Boy, this is the neatest thing that's happened since Grandpa dug up Spot for me.
Does it bring back memories?
Yeah, retainers for my eye teeth. It was good to have fangs. That might have helped me get the part.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that was so cute. And I used to watch that. I mean, like when I was growing up, and my dad. I mean, I haven't even told him that you're going to be on the show today because he probably would have freaked me out. Big fan. You have returned to Geneseo, as we mentioned earlier, a couple of times for that Spook the Loop event. So, what does it feel like to have the town kind of embrace you so fully? I believe you even received a skeleton key to Geneseo.
I've just been so blessed. The show was only on for a few years, but it resonated so well with so many people and family values and multi-generations. And even though we were looking like monsters, it was a family unit, very believable stuff.
Yes.
And I really appreciate my time that I had there because it gave me a nice balance to appreciate what I had and then balance it off the Hollywood stardom stuff.
Yeah.
So I never left my, I like to keep myself somewhat grounded. I think it helped.
Yeah.
So you kind of alluded to this earlier, and we're seeing some photos on the screen. Talk a little bit more about your famous car and motorcycle, because a lot of people like seeing this.
Yeah, well, you know, George Barris supplied us with like the 2 coolest cars in Hollywood, and he was the king of the customizers. So at an early age, I was surrounded by really good stuff.
Look at that.
And then I wound up buying a gentleman's Dragula and Munster coach, and now I've actually got rid of those 2, and mine are now really accurate to George Barris standards and stats. So yeah, it's cool. I love car shows. I'm a gearhead, and the car show that they put on is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a ton of fun. And Sheila, we want to talk to you as well. You're an artist, you're a sculptor, but you've also been very integral in a lot of community events there in Geneseo. So I wanted to kind of ask you how you feel like art and these community events really come together just to make it such a great place.
well, part of the idea was also to get a lot of the artists to participate, to try to get them to get together and do different things to bring tourism to Geneseo. And one of the items that we had made by John Fuentes was an electric chair, which I think you need to put it solar.
Yeah, there you go.
A solar
That will be a
powered
slow death.
electric
That would
chair.
be an attraction.
And, you know, Butch is working.
Painful.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh.
But Butch is working with solar here, and we're going to be promoting the company.
Yeah.
We are. That was just a really good joke.
Yes.
Like I'm gonna clip that for
Yes,
later.
that's funny. So Sheila, you know, we always talk about how public art really makes an impact on cities. So how do these sculptures and public art kind of shape the community of Geneseo and impact the community?
Well, like I said, it's like the most, it brings in tourism. In fact, I think the Quad Cities, I'd like to promote in the Quad Cities more because it does bring in tourism. It's like the second most popular activity next to hiking and biking and doing things of that sort. And so eventually I would like to do another event which includes bringing artists together with the people who want to create art in the Quad City area.
Yeah.
So that is one other goal. And I'd like to bring Butch back again.
Yes. He's a hoot.
More Spook the Loop.
Yes.
I got to bring the Munster coach this time.
Yeah, you do. You got to
It'll be
show
your
off
ride.
the new ones. Okay, so you're here this week. Actually, the event is tonight, Butch, to support Legacy Solar and Electric. So how did you get involved with this initiative? Why did you want to get involved with it?
Well, believe it or not, it goes back to a car show in Mahomet, Illinois. The gentleman who is with a Legacy right now brought me in. We became friends. We had a huge turnout. And when he went into the solar industry, they were asking about how could they maybe generate some interest. And he reached out to me. And I had actually been involved with another solar company in California 15 years ago, but I wasn't happy with the product and I wasn't happy with the company, but I had all these ideas in my head still. And the joke was, you know, if you don't have Grandpa in the dungeon making your electricity, you may want to have solar. It's cleaner, it's easier, and you don't have to deal with the crazy man.
Yeah.
So we took that idea, and now the product's super. It's super great time. And Illinois has some of the best benefits from going solar, you know, with rebates and kickback, this and that, and all kinds of good stuff. So we're looking forward to talking to the community as opposed to individuals. We're going to put them all in the room and share some good stuff for them.
Yeah, like a meaningful but also a really fun event. Butch will be at the Geneseo Moose Lodge tonight from 5 to 7 p.m. So they're just going to head there right after they leave here, probably, promoting Legacy Solar and Electric. For attendees, they will learn more about opportunities available in Geneseo. And the cutest thing I think I read about this on the press release, oh, there it is on your screen, Greeneseo.
Turn it Greeneseo.
Turn it into Greeneseo. Sheila and Butch, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was great.